Hey guys, I'm going to show you some tables that I made this week. Starting off with a dinner table. I got this pretty lid with a box that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I thought this would be cute to make a dinner table out of. So I had ordered some wooden dowels. I have some square ones and some round ones, but I thought these square ones would work better with this table. So I already cut one leg with a craft knife, but I decided that didn't really work. It took too long to cut, so I ordered a craft saw on Amazon as well, and it worked pretty well. It's really thin, and it kind of bent a little while I was sawing them, but it worked pretty well. So I already marked with a pencil how long I wanted the legs to be, and that kind of took a while sawing them. After that, they were the right size that I needed them to be, except for the one I had already cut. It made my table just a little bit wobbly at the end, but it was still pretty. Now the other three legs, well, the other three pieces of wood, I'll probably use those for something else later. But these are the four legs I will be using for my table. Now, I was trying to figure out how I wanted them placed, and I couldn't figure that out exactly how I wanted it before, but I just glued them in with some Elmer's wood glue. It's pretty strong. I used it for another project that I will be showing on my other channel. It was kind of frustrating trying to remember how I had them set, but in the end I just had them in a way that I thought would just keep it standing pretty well. So I just glued them into the corners mostly to keep it steady when it's finished gluing, when the glue dried, and it was able to stand up pretty well. Now they say it takes about 30 minutes for it to dry, but I let it sit overnight before I was ready to test it. But it does work pretty well. The glue is really, really strong. So while I was waiting for this table the glue to dry on this table, I started working on a couple coffee tables. So I like to order these barbecue pork buns from Whole Foods, and I really loved the style of the container and how cute it looks, so I figured they would make cute coffee tables. So I have 2 of these. I saved them, I washed them off, and I like to keep the boxes that some of my dolls come in. For the legs, I use hairpin legs because I think hairpin legs are really cute. I save most of the boxes for some of the dolls I get, and I like to make windows and tops out of the plastic. I use some crazy glue. I did have to use my glue gun later on, and a pair of scissors. I cut the plastic in the lengthwise just to keep it fit. I didn't want the bottom part open to the table. It almost mimicked like a glass top. You can have like a little hanging off like you would like a regular glass table, but I didn't want that, so I tried to keep it close to the container as I could. And I actually had some plastic left over that I will be using later to make some windows. I will be showing how I do my windows later on. But just to keep it close to the length of the table, and I had to use 2 boxes for these tables. After I cut them, I used some crazy glue to glue them onto the container. I was having a hard time getting the brush to come out for some reason with this. I forgot I had to turn it the other way to get it to stay on. But I just put glue in the corners just so the top of it would stay. The plastic slid a bit before I put as I was putting it on the container, but I had to fix it after a while. Because at first it just didn't want to stay, so I had to pull it back up, put some more glue on, and then it was exactly how I wanted it to be. Now, if you're going to use crazy glue for your tables, I would advise you to use gloves, because this it's really strong, and it dries very quickly, and it's hard to get off sometimes. But if you're not using gloves and you get some stuck on your skin, you can use some fingernail polish remover to get it off. That's what I had to do because I accidentally got some on my thumb. So just take a little cotton ball and you can remove it very quickly. So this is the top of my table, and I just turn it over and I start getting the legs for the table ready. I forgot to take the plastic off, well, the sticker off. I just pulled it off because you really won't see the sticker residue and such once it's turned over. But if you want to remove it, you can use, before you start gluing everything together, just use a little soap and water to get it off. If you still have a lot of sticker residue, you can put a little bit of oil to help it. But I'm not too worried about it because you won't really see it when I take pictures and everything. So after that, I got my legs ready for the table. My hairpin legs. You just open them up a bit. Be careful how wide you're opening them, because sometimes they won't really fit in that little corner. Now I tried using the crazy glue for this, but it didn't work as well as I wanted it to, so I just ended up using my hot glue gun. I realized at the last moment that these were a little too wide, so I had to close them a bit once I put them in the corners to be glued down. But it was fine because I was able to still like close them and glue them in. And they fit perfectly in that little corner. But using as I said before, using the crazy glue, they didn't really stick very well. I had a hard time trying to get them to sit in place. But after a while, I just decided to use my hot glue gun. And while the hot glue gun was warming up, I started on my other table. If you don't want to use the glue gun, or if you find that your crazy glue isn't working, I would suggest using Gorilla Glue, the clear Gorilla Glue. That might work a lot better than the glue gun because it's still a little, it wasn't as sturdy as I wanted it to be with the hot glue gun, because it was still a little wobbly and it wasn't sturdy. Like, it could easily break off, but at the same time you could still glue it back on. And these are how the tables look. I think they are so cute, and I love the Asian theme. And I thought these would go perfect with some other little Asian style figurines that I had to use as home decor for some dolls. This is another idea. My mom gave me a lot of old pill bottles, and you can turn those into different things too. So I decided to make a little end table. I took the inside of the pill top out. You can use this as a serving platter. Just paint it silver, or you can leave it clear like that. You can paint the tops as well, but I'm just doing a quick version using the hairpin legs again. Just opening them up a bit and gluing them to the inside of the pill top. Now you can give them 3 legs, or you can give them 4 legs. I just decided to do 4 legs. Just glue them to the inside of the top and kind of have the legs touching each other. And you can do this not only with pill tops, but if you have like maybe some old jar lids that you can paint, and just glue the hairpin legs to them, and you have a cute little coffee table or end table. Now if you don't want to paint the tops, you could also use some cardstock paper that looks like wood. That would be a really cute design. It would look like something I've actually seen some like that in some magazines. I really like the little furniture, like tables with hairpin legs. And it stands pretty well. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be, but the next ones I make will probably have 3 legs instead of the 4 legs. But if you don't like the 4 legs after you made that, you can always take them out, re-glue them in a better, to make it give it a tripod look almost, with the hairpin legs. And I'm just showing you how you can set them up. If you want, you can take the inner lid out and glue that inner lid on top of that as well. That would be pretty cute. And I'm just showing you how it would fit perfectly with your doll furniture. The plastic on top of the coffee table is pretty strong. Well, not too strong, but it still works. This is how the dinner table came out to be. I love that my doll with the wheelchair can fit under it as well. And I love how this looks with the furniture. As I said before, I really like how the dolls fit under the table, because certain Barbie tables just don't work. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.